right, Alba and I are going to now do a piriformis sequence to both stretch the piriformis muscle and open the hip socket. On this one, remember not to flex your lumbar spine. We're not looking to roll the low back, we're looking to release the hip. She'll take her right leg over her left leg in a figure 4 stretch. We want the ankle bone to be outside of the knee so you don't sprain your ankle, and pull the toes back towards the knee to keep the knee in a good position. Right hand is going to go on the inside of her thigh, and she's going to give a push with the hand away from her face to start to open up her hip socket. Then she'll direct the force up towards the sky to help to pull the ball away from the socket as well. Pausing for a moment there. Checking her body parts, the back of her skull pressed to the floor, the sacrum imprinted, finding the natural curve of her neck and her low back. We'll go a little deeper now. She'll draw her left knee up towards her chest. She'll take her right hand through the hole in her legs, and her left hand will grab behind. So her fingers are interlaced. Left leg is soft. Trying to keep the right hip open as possible to stretch piriformis. She draws her knee closer to her chest, still keeping the sacrum imprinted to the floor, constantly finding her breath. She'll straighten out her left leg. She'll find the length of her hamstring. The toes pull back towards the face, and the whole posterior line of your leg gets released through your calf right into your hamstrings. Trying to keep the sacrum down, the leg as long as possible. She'll slip her hands down the back of her thigh. She'll hold the back of the thigh and push the thigh into the hands to lengthen the hip and the back. Nice. She'll take her foot down to plantar flexion, take the toe at the top of the water, the synchronized swimmer foot. If your quad is strong enough and your core, take your hands off the back of your leg and use that as a stabilizing position. Beautiful. If you're holding the back of your leg, release, and if not, bend the knee, put the heel down on the floor, the ball of the foot down. We'll piriformis bridge. Inhale, exhale, push the bottom of the foot down, pull up on the egg, we'll learn about that. Pull down on the belly, course it in, and raise the pelvis up off the floor. Your left leg will be pressing harder because your glutes firing. Try to even out the right side of the pelvis so that the pelvis is in a natural flat line. Right knee opening to the side. You can take your arms to your side for robot arms, pressing the elbows into the floor and opening the heart. You can take the arms up over the head for shoulder stand arms, pushing the shoulder blades down. Thumbs come up overhead, touch the floor, and as the thumbs touch the floor, her knee opens even more. Nice work. Come back through it slowly, elegantly. Shoulder stand arms, robot arms, no arms. And let the spine down, one segment at a time. Come to the bottom of the rib cage, a light arch in the low back, imprint the sacrum. She's going to roll on her side now, and her right foot will touch the floor. Her left hand will hold her right ankle to hold her foot on the floor. The underneath leg will crawl back, her left leg, so that the knee might look towards the bottom of the mat. If it's easy enough for you to grab your underneath foot with your opposite hand, grab your foot, move your heel towards your buttock, and then bring your shoulder, nice, Alba, down onto the floor. Still keep the right foot on the floor, the left hand holding. Your knee now becomes, your hip is a screen door. We open up, get some hip mobility, and we close down to stretch the piriformis from your sacrum across the buttock onto the hip point. And she'll do this a few times. And maybe rest at the extremes of the movement. And then to return to home base, she releases the right foot, left foot, and rolls onto her back. And then we'll repeat the same thing, opposite side.